Hey, eighth graders. So obviously I am not in class today, so I'm going to walk you guys through our scavenger hunt that you will use today to review for our thermal energy test next week. I'm also going to talk to you guys a little bit about our timeline for the next week. So obviously today we're going to do the scavenger hunt for review. Monday we do not have school due to President's Day. On Tuesday, you guys have a couple things. If you do not finish today's scavenger hunt, you guys will have time on Tuesday to do that. If you do finish the scavenger hunt, you guys will have another little review Kahoot that will help you guys get ready for the test. Also, your notes are due on Tuesday, so make sure those are complete and ready to be handed in by Tuesday. Wednesday, we will have the test over this unit. And then on Thursday, we're going to do the 1.1 pre-assessment for our next unit, which is phase change. On Thursday, the day we do the pre-assessment, you also have to have all of your missing work for the thermal energy unit turned in. So keep that in mind that that's what the next couple of days looks like. All right, but for today's assignment, you guys are going to be doing this fun little scavenger hunt review. You guys will be working with a partner, but before you start giving your partner from yesterday googly eyes, please know that you need to choose somebody different than yesterday's partner. Okay, we are only do partners. For the guest teacher, if there are any kids that do not have a partner, you can go ahead and pair them up to make a group of 3, but I do want to avoid groups of 3. So don't get that in their head that you guys get a group of 3. Okay, for today's assignment, you guys will have one worksheet. The guest teacher will hand that out to you here in a second, but not until I am done with this video. This is a pink worksheet in honor of Valentine's Day. And this is kind of how you will navigate the scavenger hunt. What you guys will do is in this circle, you guys will write the letter of the clue. In the box, you guys can write the question if you choose. You don't have to. Maybe you guys just write some keywords from the question or a brief summary of what the question asked. Okay, or maybe you guys even write where you found the clue. So if you need to go back, you know where to go. Okay, and then in the bottom right-hand box, obviously you're going to write the answer to that question. Okay, if you look around the classroom, you guys have clues that look like this hanging all over the classroom, but I will tell you this, I did not make them easy. Okay, there's not going to be any that are too high as the clues are kind of small and I want you guys to be able to see them without taking them down off the wall. You guys may not touch the clues or write on the clues. Okay, there is no clues hidden behind my desk, so don't go back there. There's none in my storage room, so do not go back in my storage room. Also, there are no clues hidden inside of everything, so you don't have to look inside of any of the cupboards or anything like that. There are, however, clues hidden in some trickier spots, maybe under things, nothing that you have to pick up or move, okay? Stuff you might have to crawl under, like maybe desks, okay? So keep an eye out for these clues as you guys go for any that might be hidden in tricky spots. Okay, you guys can start on any clue as long as there is no one else starting on that clue as well. So choose any clue that you guys see right now. That is where you will start when it is time to go. Okay, as you guys work through this today, if you finish, you guys will bring your pink paper to the guest teacher and they will correct it for you. If you have them all right, they will keep them and let me know who my first 3 groups are, as you guys will get some rewards, kind of like the escape room yesterday. So the first 3 groups will get awards. If you do not finish, please make sure you guys put your names on your pink paper and then put them into the box at the back of the classroom so they are there for safekeeping for Tuesday. Keep also in mind too that if you get any of these incorrect, the guest teacher will not tell you what the correct answer is. They will tell you the first place that you messed up and that is it. So from there, you guys will have to kind of backtrack and figure out where you went wrong. So I would definitely use pencil because some of you guys will make a lot of mistakes. Some of you guys might not make any mistakes. Some of you guys might make a few. Okay, again, the sub or the guest teacher will not tell you the right answer. They will tell you what you got wrong. Okay, but that's it. So as we go through the line, if she finds the first place that you guys messed up, she'll tell you this is where you guys need to restart. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys one answer. The guest teacher could write this on the sideboard for them so they kind of know, not necessarily the question or anything like that, but just the series of events. So you guys at least have some that you're going to do right. This is one of the trickier ones, so I wanted to do this one for you guys. So what I see right here is this is clue number G, or clue letter G, if you will. So on my worksheet, I'm going to write, all right, I'm starting with clue G. Again, you guys won't start with clue G necessarily. Okay, if you want to, you can, if you can find it. Okay, you're just going to start with the first clue, and it doesn't matter the order you guys fill these in or what you start with. It's, I guess, the order from your guys' first clue that matters, and I'll show you guys how to finish that up. Okay, so what you can do is in this box, if you want, you can write the question down. What is the equilibrium temperature? You guys could draw this image, however you guys choose to do it. You guys can write where you found the clue, whatever the case is. But what I have is I have two objects. One's a small object, but it looks like it has a higher temperature because of the yellow color and the number assigned to them. Okay, and then I've got this bigger object with 9 molecules. It looks like it's at a lower temperature, lower average kinetic energy of 8. Remember that average kinetic energy is the same thing as temperature. This one has an average kinetic energy or temperature of 16. So what I want to do is find out if I were to push these two objects together, just like we've been doing with the yellow cubes, what would the equilibrium temperature be at if we let the energy transfer until they reach equilibrium or were the same temperature. Okay, so again, this is the exact same thing that you guys have been doing with the yellow cubes. So what I'm going to kind of try to do is I'm going to find the thermal energy of this object, the thermal energy of this object, and then if I were to push them together, I now have a system. So what's the thermal energy of the system? If we were to divide that energy up between all of the molecules of the system, what would be my final equilibrium temperature? Okay, so if I take a look at this, and you can use a calculator, but not the one on your phone. You can get a Chromebook if you need. There's some calculators at the back of the classroom that you can borrow, but please make sure they get back. Okay, what I'm going to do is look at this and say, all right, on my first object, I've got 4 molecules, all with an average kinetic energy of 16. So I'm going to take 16 times 4. And that gives me 64. So my average kinetic energy or temperature of my top object is 64. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 molecules for this object, each with an average kinetic energy of 8. So 8 times 9 is 72. Okay, I'm going to push these two objects together. So now we have kind of a system where we can kind of count them as one object. So I want to find my total thermal energy for the system. So 64 plus 72 is equal to 136. So my thermal energy for the system is 136. And now I need to divvy that energy up in between the, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 molecules. So I'm going to take and divide my total thermal energy of 136 divided by my 13 molecules. And if these were little yellow cubes, that means each of my little molecules, all 13 of them would get 10.5. You guys would want to round to 1 decimal point here. So after I reach equilibrium, each and every molecule in both of these objects should have an average kinetic energy of 10.5. On my pink worksheet, I'm going to go over here, and again, you guys can jot whatever notes down, maybe where you found the clue could be helpful, or some notes about what the question asked you. And then here I'm going to put 10.5 as my final answer. Now here's kind of the tricky part. The next clue you guys do has to have in the upper left-hand corner where it says previous answer, it has to read 10.5. So the next clue you do should say 10.5 up in the corner. So if I look at this, I'm going to search the classroom until I find my next one, which is 10.5. So my next clue I would look at is clue R. Okay, so on my worksheet then I would go over here and say, all right, now I'm on to clue R is my next in order. It said previous answer 10.5, so this means I have to go to clue R next. If you get the wrong answer, you will go to the wrong clue. That is where the sub will tell you this is where you went wrong. You had G right, but R was incorrect. So that means you guys would need to find a different answer, figure out the correct answer, and then find the next clue that would come. They're not going to tell you what the right answer is. They're just going to tell you this is where you went wrong. Okay, so if I look at clue R, it says which top plate would have the lower temperature at equilibrium. So we actually just did this project, so we know, or this problem. So we know that at equilibrium, this top plate would have equilibrium temperature of 10.5. And then if I do the math on this one, I've got 16 times 4, which is 64, 8 times 4, which is 32. So 32 plus 64 equals, and then I'm going to divide that between the 8 molecules of the system. So my, let me do that again. Divide it by my 8 molecules is equal to 12. So my equilibrium temperature of this top plate would be 12. So it asked me which top plate, so here's a top plate, here's a top plate, would have the lower temperature at equilibrium. So I'd say, all right, this one's 10.5, this one's 12. So top fake glass number 2 would be my answer. So my next clue would have to read up here in the upper left-hand corner under previous answer, top fake glass number 2. Okay, so then you guys would figure out where you're going and you would write your clue letter here, look at your next clue, figure out the answer. This one would be top glass 2 or top plate glass number 2. Okay, however it's written. Okay, so again, you guys might look back and say top fake glass, sorry, not plate glass. So our top fake glass number 2. Okay, so you guys will go in order. Once you guys have all the boxes filled out in the correct order on the front and the back of this worksheet, there's 26 clues, so 26 letters of the alphabet. Okay, at the bottom, you guys would record your answers here, and this is going to be what the guest teacher looks at. So I'd say, all right, G, and then I went to clue R. Oh, crap. And then I went to clue R. Okay, and then so on and so forth. The sub will look at the answer key. They will grade it, and you guys maybe made an error right here. She might say, all right, this is where you guys went wrong. This one was correct, but this was wrong. So you have to go back, find this clue, read the question again, figure out the correct answer, and then figure out which right clue would come next until you guys get it right. Okay, so you guys have to get all 26 letters correct in order to be done with this scavenger hunt. Okay, with that being said, again, if you don't finish, make sure you guys put your names on this pink sheet and put it in the box at the back of the room. If you do finish, again, have the guest teacher grade it. She will hold on to your pink sheet and let me know who my first 3 groups to get done are, and you guys will get a reward when I get back. Again, please leave other groups alone. Please be on your best behavior. Please do not wreck anything in my classroom. Nothing should be wrecked to get to any of these clues. You might have to crawl around, you might have to look under things, but you shouldn't have to pick anything up or move anything around or open up anything. So keep that in mind. Again, I hope you guys have fun with this. The guest teacher, again, will not give you answers, but she might help you guys out, give you some hints. Use your notes if you need. You don't need your notes, but if you do use your notes, make sure you guys put them on the counter on the left side of the table. They should be up front for you guys. Okay, I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.